confirm.
Confirm.
What?
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another wonderful episode. Not really. It's the same as last episode because I don't know if you listened to that episode, but I would stop right now. That was horrible, but we've got it fixed. Look at us go. So, yeah, we're going to do a quick recap for everybody and kind of go over what actually happened last game so that you don't have to listen to that episode. I really hope that you do, because it was a really good game, but I understand completely that it was very hard on the ears.
Very painful.
Yeah. But again, it's fixed now, so yay us.
We won't have the problem going forward.
Correct. It shall
Shouldn't.
probably never happen again. Anyway.
We will do our best to make sure it never happens.
So,
Most likely.
we have everybody who was actually at the game with us tonight, and we're going to try our best to do a recap, giving you all the same emotion and feelings and everything behind it. I will be playing the role of Elwyn, and every other person in the game. And then the players will play themselves. Anyway.
Aww.
I want to be
I'm kind of glad we're all
Those are
here,
about to
because
be
otherwise I
funny.
feel like this would turn into
They are
Olaf
really good
recapping the
Elaine
entire
voice.
first movie.
Oh, I can do Elaine.
Absolutely not.
Anyway. So...
I've heard your Elaine when I've missed games. No.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, we can just get right into it, and yeah. Let's go. Who's going first?
Should
We
we just
started-
go in order?
Yeah, we should.
Well, I'll
kinda do some
Okay.
introduce them.
Also
Enter
seen-
stage left. Veda and Kenny on their way to the spa.
All right. So you guys go ahead. Tell us what you were doing on your way to.
On the way to spa. It was just small
I was
talk,
telling you to
wasn't it?
chill. I was like, hey,
Yes.
we're not going to see my family much anymore after this, because I'm doing you a flavor, and I sure hope you don't betray me later, like immediately after this.
That part was never mentioned.
It was implied.
It should always be implied.
Foreshadowing. Foreshadowing.
Kenny is an idiot. Implying stuff doesn't work.
This is true.
Narrative
Kenny is an
foreshadowing.
idiot.
And I stumble into a cobalt.
Was that on the way there or on the way out?
No, that was on the way
It
there.
was on the way there.
Yeah. They ran
Tell me
into
about
Duke.
that gossip, because you're not my informant. Yeah.
Duke is not your informant. He's a person who's interested in gossiping with you
Wink,
over
wink,
drinks
nudge, nudge.
because he wants drinks from you. That's pretty much the only reason.
And
Anyway,
he loves being the inside man.
sure.
He realizes
no.
what a confidential informant is, because that's basically what he is.
Anyway, so Duke kind of talked to you guys about what was going on. He told you about a couple that had just broken up because the guy cheated on her. It was
Pauline and Alex.
Pauline and Alex, the love story of the century. And
Mhm,
yeah, so Veda was all like, "Oh yeah, we can get drinks later," and he was like, "Yeah, as long as you're buying." So yeah, they
We have
They
to
s-
ask for money.
they set up a date for later on that night, and they were all raring to go, and they went to the spa afterwards to talk to River and do the stuff
Yep.
there.
I was like, hey, Dash is a cheater. He's cheating on his wife with the bartender down the road, that guy that we used to hang out with. You should definitely never sell him information. But Kenny's cool this one time because his friends are missing. He's going to give you their description right now.
And then I described my friends with amazingly descriptive wording and hand symbols.
And I mock those hand
Yeah, he
signals
totally
at the
didn't forget
exact
their
same
names or
time because
anything.
they were funny.
It was amazing.
Exactly.
The mental acuity.
I didn't have the entire list in front of me that entire time.
Yeah.
Can you refresh my memory, Kenny? What do your friends look like?
What were their names? What powers do they have? Are you
there is
searching
Phil
for it right
up.
now on your computer?
No comment. There's
Yes.
Philip. He has rhino hide, so it's like thick skin and like long nails.
You gotta do the hand signals too.
Long nails. I wish I was on camera right now, but
And he is slow. I don't remember what hand symbols I did.
you did like the Thriller, but with 3
Somebody have
fingers.
salad fingers.
And
You
then
basically
there's
did the
Zach.
Thriller.
He's a
Uh-huh.
big guy with really good eyes and 4 legs.
Oof, that's rough.
Legally.
It's rough, buddy.
So River basically said that she didn't know much about it, but she would get people on it, and then have somebody come to you guys later on that night, just a messenger to report back to you.
and we went to
then-
Meow Meow speak.
Yeah, you guys talked a little bit with each other, and that was about your parents.
Meow. Meow. Yeah.
So yeah, you
And then
got,
we're gonna check out Safari.
she told you that Bernadette's information about Safari was actually good, so you were like, oh,
Mhm.
okay, maybe that's it.
Yeah, we should go there.
And then you
And we
guys
walked back.
left the spa, and on your way out of the spa, Kenny, what did you do?
Tried to have a conversation with Elwyn.
And Veda was like, what do you want to talk to him about? And then Elwyn shut her up and was like, hi, it's me.
It's not my fault he was so aggressive about it. And then I asked for, in exchange of bringing Courtney back to life, I will give him 3
now,
favors. Where I will do anything
6?
for him.
7? And then Elwyn was very interested in your wording of anything. And he said, very well, let me think on it. I'll come back to you later.
I had to make it enticing.
As both Veda and Elaine have said, he apparently set up a date with you later.
You have a date.
It's the first date I've had in a long time.
So after that, I believe Gadget and Elaine got home around the same time as Veda and Kenny. Veda brought up with Elaine because she was crying and tell.
One on that, what was it, a charisma save?
Yeah.
A will
Yeah,
save?
I had a charisma save to see how well I was holding
Yeah.
myself
I
together.
think you had like a 1,
I rolled a 2.
2.
Mhm.
I failed.
He's openly sobbing.
Yeah, I rolled
It's like-
an insight and rolled a
It's like-
0. So.
It's like when you pull yourself together and then the tears roll down again and you just sob again.
You can't roll a 0, Kenny. You have wisdom. Insight is wisdom.
Oh right, that was a different point. I got a 0.
Yeah, don't worry about it. That was an investigation, I think. Anyway.
So Gadget kindly offers to tell them if it's too hard for me, but I felt like it was more like I had to get it off my chest. I had to be the one to tell people. That when I was returned from being a statue, thanks to Talia, it also brought back memories that were magically suppressed, and those have started coming back. We went to Wackius for answers, and I have a daughter that I forgot existed because magical memory erasers. That her and my husband Byron are still alive and they're okay, but Wackius won't tell me anything more than
Yes.
that. They are also being hunted still by people, and it's a lot to process. I tell them I have a theory that my mother had something to do with it, but I don't want to confront her until I have all of my memories back. He said it would take some time. I remind everyone of how River said that someone was asking questions about me. And I asked Veda's permission if it was okay if I went to talk to River, even though I know we were going to leave them alone. I just didn't want to just go do it behind Veda's back, because I would have otherwise.
In other
He was
words,
like, yeah, fine, whatever.
when Veda first said, "This is the last time you'll see us for a while," we have gone back twice.
It was a bold-faced lie.
Well, I feel like that's just a wide range. You could just say, this is the last day that we'll be by for a while. But
Yeah, thought we showed
Veda
up the
offers to
next
go with me, and I tell her, I was like, you don't really need to do that. I wanted your okay to talk to her. Gadget argues that I should not go alone because
Yeah.
I'm a mess, and that I shouldn't be. Man, there are dogs even in a recap in the wild.
It's weird.
Gadget
You
was
never
worried
see
that,
them anywhere.
No,
You might
crazy.
have a breakdown without somebody around to make sure you're all right. So wanted to make
Yeah,
sure somebody was with you.
I bring up what
No.
happened with the Life Takers quite a few episodes ago.
Yes.
So Kenny volunteered to go with her because Veda's mad at him.
And I asked, why is Veda mad at him? And he ignored my question. I was like, we'll talk about it on the way there. So, Kenny heads out with me there. Before we leave, I asked Veda to hold on to my jacket because I also was going to go pick up my new clothes.
Took great care of it.
And
Very best.
I'm pretty sure that Benjamin probably would have just burned it if I walked back into his shop wearing it.
I think he told you he would.
Yeah, he did. He offered to burn it then when I first paid for everything. But so we go to Rivers first, and she's a little surprised to see us, and I asked her about if she remembered about the person that was asking questions about me, and if she would be willing to divulge who that was. She said yes, if I was willing to part with some tokens. So for 10 tokens, I was able to find out who's asking questions. She said it's a woman named Elle. She was human, blonde, average height, very not super descript. Very average person. Of course, I immediately remember that's the bitch that had kidnapped Molly in the first place and was posing as her mother. And we figured that whole thing out and reunited Molly with her mom. But somehow this Elle woman knows Elaine's real name. So that's a whole nother issue. So we leave there, we go get my clothes. Kenny just kind of waits outside. Benjamin's excited that I'm back. We get this super nice top, and I get some cool pants to go with it. And I decided to get, because he had 4 options. 3 of them were dresses, and then I had the pant option, pant and shirt. I decided to throw Elaine out of a comfort zone, and so she got this really fancy black and red dress as a second one. So he was sad that I didn't get all of them, but he said that the other ones would find great homes anyway. But he said I don't look like garbage anymore.
I mean,
so-
with the outfits you got, like, no. Just to give you a quick description of the outfits that Elaine got. So the one is kind of like a split half and half, like cocktail dress type of thing. I think that would be the correct term for it. I don't know fashion all that well. I'm not Benjamin.
Yeah, it's it's sleeveless. It's got like a low V cut to it. It's got it's designed to where there's a slit up the one thigh. And it's almost like a crisscross pattern with the black and the red going across.
Yeah, it's really cool looking. And then
it's awesome.
The other outfit that she got was a more functional outfit. It was like a black and red corset with like lace sleeves and kind of a floral pattern, and then the pants were just half black, half red, and the corset was the same thing, half black, half red.
Yeah, the pants also had like almost like anarchist like punk symbols down one side and plaid on the other.
Yeah.
The corset top sat off the shoulders, and it also had like a floral embroidery to the corseted part of the top, and then it's all lacy, flowy sleeves. It's great.
She's gonna look so good covered in plaid now.
I was thinking of going to like
Now.
the general store and just getting like a shitty shirt and pants.
Getting like a Patrick Bates outfit so that you can go ham on some guys.
Well, I figured, it'd be better than ruining my nice outfit.
Sorry, what did you say, Nathan?
Oh, a fight's about to start. Let me change.
Oh, guys, throw on my plastic suit. Anyway, so yeah, that was that. And then
On the same trip, Elaine used her astute interrogation skills
Oh, I
to get
forgot. I
Kenny
almost forgot.
to admit that he agreed to do stuff for Elwyn.
Yeah, I'm very.
Why you acting strange?
I'm
I don't know,
super-
maybe it was a devil spy.
I just
That's all
observe
I'm saying.
everything really well, and I noticed, even though he's trying to hide his hand, I noticed that where he shook hands with Elwyn, he has these 3 like burned scar-looking things. And I just grabbed his wrist, and I, grabbed his hand, and of course he has it in a fist, and I was like, "What's wrong with your hand?" He goes, "Nothing." Are those burns or are those scratches? I think they're burns. You
They've always
think?
been there.
They're burns. How did you get those? He let slip that he made a deal and he gave them to him, or like he wouldn't want him talking about it. I forget exactly what you said.
and then he ran away.
And I was like, "Who is he?" And Kenny panicked and rattled everything off in about 0.2 seconds, which he will do in 0.1 seconds because this is a quick recap.
I don't remember what I said.
I
It was something
I think
like,
it was, I made a deal with Ellen and then walked away.
made a deal with that one to bring Courtney back, and now I have to do 3 things for him. Okay, bye.
Yeah.
That
I think that's
sounds
exactly right. Yeah.
I need to go back to the episode and now see if I got it right.
I honestly do think that was right. But yeah, so Kenny made a deal with Elwyn. Now Elaine knows. Then did you guys, was that drinking after that? You guys get drinking?
Yeah, and then we met up with everyone else at
So-
the bar. And while
Well,
we're outside, I went,
before
"Oh, hey,
this-
Veda, where's my jacket?"
Before that,
Before?
so once Elaine left, Gadget took the opportunity to
Oh,
throw Elaine's jacket in the fire. But before doing so, Veda was vehemently arguing with the Gadget on the pros that Elaine's jacket, or God, what's his name?
Thomas.
Thomas's jacket, which is now
Thomas's
Elaine's jacket.
may have
It's nobody's
possibly
jacket.
have some maybe possible value to Elaine outside of being a jacket, but it was
And being
unclear.
comfy.
Even though it made Gadget super uncomfortable and very, very much upset him, there's a possibility that it might mean something to Elaine
She would
somewhere.
do it without a reason. That's all I
He's
said.
been
Like,
in
she
the-
wouldn't emotionally traumatize you every day. For no reason.
To
And
be
she's
fair,
been in the party
like
longer.
Elaine knew that you didn't want her to take the jacket. Elaine did not realize it had that much of an emotional turmoil on you.
Oh,
Because in her mind, it's just a jacket. It's not the person.
but eventually Gadget won out and got to throw the jacket in the fire.
Real good. Veda.
And one of the best parts was when they show up and they meet everybody, and without being prompted, Veda starts coming up with this elaborate story about what happened to
Wait,
her
that's where her
jacket.
jacket was.
No, that's where my jacket was. Because Veda didn't have it with her.
That's where her jacket was. As soon as she saw me. She loves that jacket.
Well, we chatted a little bit, and then I went, "Oh yeah, by the way, Veda, do you have my jacket?" And she went,
Anyway,
well, so you see, there was a homeless guy with hypothermia."
Yeah, and I had to give him the jacket.
yeah. That,
And
it
it
is
was
a
haunted.
console.
And
Also,
my
he
very
said he was a
astute,
priest.
insight.
I rolled a 3. I'm pretty sure I rolled like a 3 or a 4. On
You rolled
deception.
very low, because I think I only rolled like a 15. with additions.
I mean, you can't.
Which my
really
insight's only a 1, to be fair.
Yeah, you can't. Her deception's a 1, so it's like you can't really compare.
Yeah.
But
I rolled really
It's
well.
not great.
So Gadget and Kenny went inside. And as soon as Gadget left, Veda spilled the beans and was like, "Okay, I tried to argue for you, but Gadget wanted to burn it because it made him super uncomfortable, and he didn't like you having Thomas's jacket, and it turned into a whole thing."
And then we went and
Um,
had drinks. It was fine.
And Gadget goes and hands me my first round of drinks. And
Payment for burning the jacket.
I appreciate that. Not the same, but I appreciate it. Elaine's just destined to not ever have trophies for any of her, big kills. It's fine.
So there was
And I
one
tell
thing
Gadget if he
missed.
really had a problem with it, he could have talked to me about it.
One thing that was
Bah.
missed is at one point Veda had a conversation with Elwyn, and she also knows they made a deal.
Oh, yeah. Well, she also had an insight before that we were going to ask about bringing Courtney
Yeah.
back. But yeah, she and Elwyn reached a more truce. They're not fighting really anymore. They got to more common ground.
Elwyn, if I remember, agreed to let you in on more of the goings on with y'all's
She has
body.
more of a say in. Yep. 50-50 custody, all that.
50-50 is.
50-50.
30-70?
40-60.
Oh, you're more
80-20.
generous. 90-10.
So yeah, Elwyn and Veda kind of make amends because Veda's been all pissy with him since he's done stuff without asking her. So Elwyn kind of is like, okay, fine, I'll get your opinion on stuff or whatever. Also, I feel bad for bringing up the fact that, your parents are alive and not telling you where they were or anything like that. So we'll let you know that River's correct. Go to the safari, blah, blah, blah. Then you guys have a conversation with Duke, and Duke tells you guys some interesting information. Not about the wonderful hot goss of Pauline and was it Pauline? Yeah, Pauline and Alex
Yeah.
breaking up. But that the children of the end are in the pocket of the Gachet Casino. And-
Yeah, that was.
And that the casino has all kinds of secret tunnels everywhere.
And,
And
you
that
And that
guys-
if we ever
parents
found
might still be
lizard folk,
alive.
that they would know about it.
Yes, and also that any prisoners, anybody who gets killed, any that is all done by the the Children of the End. The Gichet keep their hands clean for the most part with any of their like gambling debts or anything like that. It also came about that Kenny and Veda may have killed Kenny's parents, but we'll see. We'll see how that pans out.
I'm assuming that was just a bad joke.
Foreshadowing.
Who knows?
Yeah,
I better
I'm
not
one
have killed
shot
my
at a
own
few of them.
parents.
it was a bad
Not
joke. You're right.
After what I'm about to do, I better not have killed my parents.
But that would just make it juicier.
Yep.
That's like insta karma.
Exactly.
Who would you have rather
Um,
saved? Your parents?
Yes.
Oh no, we lost Veda.
Yeah, she said she had to go.
Oh.
I gave her a head shake.
Oh wait, she left?
Yeah.
Yeah, she asked to pick someone up. Also, my camera's broken.
Yeah, it broke when she left.
But so we also found out from him that the Brotherhood probably isn't going to be concerned with the fact that the Children of the End took Fool's Hope because they're upping their efforts to close down the portal. We find out that Kenny saw Talia naked.
Forgot about that.
I forgot about that
And-
conversation. That was a
and
fun
he said he's-
conversation.
Elaine had asked him if he's ever been intimate with anyone before because we kept being like, did you shower or did you shower? Because he said
I
they showered
showered.
together. He's like, I got clean. Like, what else do you do in the shower? Oh,
Anyway,
you sweet summer child.
So yeah, you guys found out a bit of information from Duke. He had some crazy theories, but some that seemed legit. And then
Elaine also let some gossip out
about what?
while we were drinking. Well, I let everyone know about Elle, and reminded everyone that that was the woman that took Molly. And
Perfect timing.
the whole group knows that Elaine is not my real name now, and we had a whole conversation about having two names, and Kenny thought that meant first name and last name. But I don't think I told everyone what my real name is, but everyone now knows that
No,
Elaine is
you-
not my real
You
name.
did.
You did.
Okay. So for those of you who
And-
have not been watching and need to catch up and are only watching this recap now, Elaine's real name is Lila.
And after that, nothing else important happened. We can
And then
just
Kenny
forget
had a
about everything
day.
else.
Yeah, it was completely the end of the section. No, but I can actually do a quick recap of it here. So I'm just gonna swap the music here, just for funsies. So Kenny sitting at the table all alone with, well, not all alone, with the group. Suddenly sees Veda fall to the table, and as she stands back up, sits back up, her eyes are glowing green. Oops. So Gadget asks, "Oh hey, did you need a drink?" And then he snaps his fingers. Well, it's Elwin. Elwin is Veda.
They.
Yeah. Snaps his fingers, and everything stops. Kenny and him are sitting there alone. There's a drink spilling behind them. Somebody's paused, taking a sip. Like everything is stopped. Then Elwin does a whole lore drop that I wish you guys could have been there for. I wish you could have listened to it, but I completely understand not wanting to. So, what happens? You find out that Elwin is actually a clone. He is a clone of Elson Adcaeus. Elson Adcaeus being the first elf that came over from holy crap, I can't believe it.
Horus.
Chorus. Oh, I kept on when I say Clybeth. I'm like, that's a continent from my last game. I'm like, that's not right. Anyway,
Right letter, wrong name.
Anyway, so he was the first elf that came over from Horus. Elson knew what type of things that he would be getting into and knew that the effects that it could have had on his body. So he made a clone of himself so that one would be okay and the other one would be doing this stuff. But after time, the clone, Elwyn, started causing issues, started complaining about things going on, disagreeing with things. So what happened was Elson locked Elwyn away in another dimension. The dimension where Veda released him from. So, with all that said and done, he said, now basically it's time for Elson to have his day in the sun. That time is over. And the first thing we're going to do is help take down his power by taking out ones that he cares about. And the first one that Kenny needs to take out, which he agreed to, is Molly. And if you
Who
don't
happens
recall,
to be their granddaughter.
if you
4-year-old.
don't recall who Molly is, it is a 4-year-old that Elaine has a massive connection to, that they rescued from some kidnappers. Those kidnappers, never mind. Rescued from some kidnappers, saved the mother's life, saved her life, and basically hid them away so that they'd be free from danger. This kid has also played with Kenny before as well. Just want to put that all out there.
We've brought
Her
gifts.
trust.
She's never done anything bad to Kenny whatsoever. She's never kicked
She's
a
never done
puppy.
anything bad in her
None
life.
of this
She's
was
a
in this
super.
episode.
She just-
we do not
she's
need
just
to
a-
bring this up.
She's just a
We are
lovely,
recapping who
lovely
she
young
is.
child. But Elwyn wants her
Life is
gone.
going to be tragically
We can
cut
just-
short.
Elwyn
We can
wants
bring
her
all
gone.
of this up at her funeral.
Elwyn wants her gone because
Or
she
yours.
is cared for by Elson. So
I won't get caught.
Elwyn wants her gone. And that's Kenny's first task. And he promised that if Kenny does this first task, he still owes him 2 favors, but he'll bring Courtney back after this first one. So, that was pretty much the end of the episode. And then after the episode, I had everybody yelling at me instantly. But you guys didn't hear that. Anyway, so that is pretty much it. And we will be playing again on Friday, I'm hoping. Everybody cool with Friday?
This Friday?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
I thought you were moving this Friday.
No, next Friday.
Oh.
No,
You're moving?
we're playing
Okay.
this Friday. We're doing the recap on Monday.
And I get
Sorry,
to do
not
the recap.
not recap. We're doing the Q&A on Monday.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
So Friday is the game, Q&A is on Monday, and then it will be released the following. So, since this is going to be released like immediately, I'm going to start uploading it as soon as we're done here. Just to reiterate, Friday the 16th is our next game, our 50th episode. Congrats, everybody. We got to 50 episodes without being canceled.
Yay!
Then,
Don't jinx us. Knock on wood.
Monday the 19th, we're going to do a Q&A episode that will be released on Monday the 26th. So, if you have any questions at all, ask them either on this episode or on Friday the 16th episode, and then we will answer them live Monday the 19th, which that episode will be released Monday the 26th. The
Or
reason-
show up live to ask us.
Yep, or
Yeah.
show up live and ask us on Twitch.
Yeah, that works too. The reason being, I'm moving across my country, pretty much, and I will be gone for like a week. So during that week, you guys will still have the Q&A episode, and then
And it's Christmas, so I think a lot of us might just be busy that weekend.
yeah,
Yeah.
are we wanting to do a New Year's game, guys?
down.
I'm down for a New Year's game.
Are we want to do one of the long games again or no?
A 6-hour New Year's game? Let's do it.
I'm okay with it because I think with my job at least, I have the day after New Year's off since New Year's is a Sunday.
I do too.
I
Me
have
too.
to check.
I don't work until the 3rd.
Well, New Year, we're doing it on the 31st, and then it would go into the 1st.
Oh yeah, it'd be Saturday and
So no
Sunday.
matter what, we'd have Saturday, Sunday.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, I don't have any issues with work, so I'm good.
All right. Because yeah, I'm leaving on the 24th, and then yeah, I should be back by Saturday. But yeah. Anyway, so that kind of gives you an idea of what the schedule is looking like in the next little bit here. So from the sounds of it, we're not going to have a game on Friday the 30th, but we will have a game on Saturday the 31st. It sounds like. But if it ends up not being Saturday, it'll be the Sunday. Like I said, it shouldn't be an issue because I think most places, like office jobs, are like you are supposed to get the first off, so it ends up being the second. But yeah.
Yep.
Anyway, so thank you everybody who tuned in. Thank you for putting up with the fact that we took a few days to redo this recap. And yeah, I apologize, but hey, we got it fixed now, and Friday's game is going to be a lot of fun for Kenny. That's all I gotta say, because he's got to keep his secret.
I'm good at secret, right? All of that is a secret.
All of that is a secret.
Right. Yeah. As for our quality, we're going to do our best never to let it get that bad again. I'm at least going to try to listen in for part of the beginning of every episode from now on, so I can tell right away if we have issues.
Yes.
We're doing our best.
Yes.
Thank you to all of those who may have watched the 49th episode and just
I mean,
toughed through it.
it has 14 views, so somebody watched it that wasn't me.
Yep. I had
I didn't
some
watch
people
it.
say if you listen to it, you eventually don't hear it. But to get to that point would be far too painful for most. So
Yes.
we understand.
So yeah, that's why we're releasing this. So hope everybody understands. And yeah, we'll see you in a couple days.
Thanks, everybody.
Have a good night.
Thanks.